Good evening and welcome to 20 to 1, Great Logies Moments. Tonight we're celebrating some marvellous times at the Logies. And of course I've been involved in the Logies since before I was born. So don't be surprised to see an incredibly attractive man in a number of these clips. OK, let's start tonight's show where it always does, at number 20.
The winner for outstanding performance by a juvenile is Bo Cox.
In 1978, 7-year-old Bo Cox became the youngest Logie winner ever and won hearts all across Australia with a classic Logie speech.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford and Mr. Stevens, for letting me be in Young Ramsey. And thank you, the crew and the actors, for teaching me Australian rules football.
It seemed to me that segment in the Logies was entirely freewheeling and that Bert just went with it. No one knew that Bo was going to talk as much as he did.
And thank you, my agent. My agent, Mrs. Ruby.
Bo, would you like to see just a snippet of your performance in the show? I've got a bit here. Let's have a look at it.
I can't have inside to go.
Yes, please. Very sad.
I do say it's quite good.
Well, I've got to ask you, did you really cry?
No.
No. Well, how did you appear to cry and you didn't cry?
They put water on my face.
I'm still in horror at his little girly man top with the ribbon thing. What a mean mother he had.
Did you have to feel as if you were crying? Obviously,
Yeah.
you looked as if
Yeah.
you did.
I did.
Would you?
Really?
Yes, some might have said actually precocious little kid, but he certainly upstaged everybody that night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bo.
I don't know what he's doing now these days, Bo Cox.
For my own sanity, it was better that I actually ended acting because I actually came out of it, as a well-adjusted, normal human being.
And so, what does a 7-year-old do with a Logie?
Mr. Logie, as I always called it, got typecast as either Godzilla or King Kong whenever I was playing with my army men, and I think it took one too many falls from the Empire State Building and, no head.
I was going to wear that. I'm so relieved.
At 19, we celebrate the daring dresses and fashion follies that put so much glamour into Logie's night.
I think it's the moment you open the door and the way you step out of the car, it's an art form.
The idea is that you get dressed and you arrive in a black car, and by the time you walk down that red carpet, the place will ask, who is that?
I just want to tell you that Fonzie is so cool he can wear brown boots with his tuxedo.
Isn't that lovely, the dress you're almost wearing?
Thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Some of them get it right, and some of them need a stylist badly.
So it really is a major event, the red carpet. Oh, who cares who won a Logie, but wasn't the red carpet great?
Hard part is going with your wife and just acting really casual around really beautiful girls. Yeah.
The dress that I had on, the shoulder straps were quite flimsy, let's say, and I turned my back and the strap actually started to drop, and I didn't have a bra on, so there was a moment there of just like, oh.
The Logies are intrinsically about entertainment, so vamp it up on the red carpet. Shave your head, flash your cleavage, go naked if you want to. Oh.
I'm totally against the skimpy dresses everyone wears to the Logies nowadays. Susie Ellerman and Maria Venuti, you have a lot to answer for.
Thank you so much. Well, look at this. My first time at the Logies, they can't even get me a seat. It's unbelievable.
At 18, it's the moment host Andrew Denton kicked off the 1999 Logies by lampooning the industry's biggest names, and no one was safe.
Here's a former winner of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Mr. James Packer. Good evening, James.
Hi, Andrew. He promised to be outrageous, and the look on James' face, I think, said it all at the time.
Now, this is a power table. I see the Chief Executive Officer of Channel 9, David Leckie, is here as well. I wouldn't want to put a foot wrong here.
It was kind of like watching a train wreck happening in front of you, but you were egging him on.
James, have you had a facelift?
Not yet.
Oh, what am I... what about someone with your money wouldn't pay to have your face lifted? You can afford to have everyone else's expectations lowered.
We all went, oh, audacious.
Now, James, I was warned that when I came to work here at 9 that, you know, I would have to toe the company line, that I would become a puppet of the Packer family. That's not true, is it?
Doesn't seem to be.
No, it's not true. But I think... yeah. Though right now, Kerry's at home with a big kill switch. Take it off!
I think that's why we think that Australian TV is something special, is that you are able to lampoon the biggest names, the richest man in Australia.
And if you could just hold that glass of water like that, thank you. I'm just going to sit on your lap. I'd like you to drink this glass of water, if you could, while I talk. Would you just mind drinking there, James? I'd just like to say that all the opinions expressed by me tonight are mine and not those of the Packer family.
Now, that took guts.
I'll never work in this town again, right?
Oh, I thought I was getting the gold one.
At number 17, when you win a Logie, you want to be prepared. Some are.
I would very much like to thank me.
And some aren't.
To my good friends, I'm trying to remember who my good friends are at the moment.
I always love those acceptance speeches, but they say, oh my God, I never thought this would happen to me.
Daryl Summers was always prepared.
Daryl Summers.
Daryl Summers. One year, Hey Ho said they was the only show nominated, and he still managed to look surprised.
Hey, it's Saturday. Woo!
I'll try it. I'll see how I go. No, I can't do it. It is pure Summers, and he's got it down to a fine art.
Yes, a fine art. But Daryl wasn't alone. Documentary maker David Goldie was prepared to thank the 4 street kids in his film.
Rosie, Lee, Brad, Joshua, and...
Or was that 5 kids?
I'm sorry, I'm nervous here. And, oh dear, I forgot the last one.
Just make up a name. Just go with Sean or something.
Rosie, Lee, Brad, Peter, Joshua.
Prepare something.
I do apologise to that 5th person on the show. This is terrible. I'm just terrible.
And Neighbours star Natalie Blair came prepared to thank, well, everyone.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much to TV Week and the readers and the voters. There's no way I'd be up here without you, so thank you.
Give it your best 15 seconds, get off.
To Jan Russ, there is no way I'd be up here tonight without you remembering me and keeping me in the back of your mind, so thank you so much.
Don't ramble. Just keep it short and sweet.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
This is why the world record Logie broadcast is 7 hours, 24 minutes.
To Damien Anthony Rossi, I said it, thank you.
Well, thank people that, you know, that weren't involved.
My beautiful friends, Julie, Liz, Rach and Stace.
I'd like to thank the guy I saw this morning walking across the street.
Yes, I'm going to thank Pina for the music like I promised.
Get the hook. It's painful.
To Nana, I'm nearly finished, I promise. To Nana Hall, I know you're looking down on me every single second.
Get off! Stop!
No, I'm really finished. Mum and Dad, I love you so much. Okay, thank you.
Hang on. She didn't thank me. Still to come on 20 to 1 Great Logies moments.
Flesh is the new black.
She is so brave.
I'm sure it'll make sense when you put in the batteries.
A man who struggles every year.
It was absolute scandal.
I eventually slept with the editor of TV Week.
I think he would have a heart attack from shock.
Welcome back to 20 to 1 Great Logies moments as we celebrate the very best of TV's big night.
I should point out that there's been a third rating system that's going to be introduced. We have a sneak preview of it here. It's just as accurate as Nielsen and Oztam. Here we go. Shall we see how we're doing tonight?
At 16, there's no greater Logies tradition than our stars sending up themselves, the opposition and the TV industry.
Tonight we're very excited about the Logies because for the very first time they're not fixed. No.
All year we're competing against each other and then we're together in one room, so it's nice to not take it so seriously and have a bit of fun.
Good evening, it's a pleasure to be with you here tonight in front of a national television audience, only slightly bigger than the one that I'm used to at SBS.
Have you bought a ribbon tonight, Kerry? Have you bought a ribbon? No. Have you bought... I'm talking about one of the Channel 7 ribbons. For Pete's sake, it's a charity. You know the slogan. Please help a Channel 7 executive. They can't help themselves.
I think it's a great thing that we stand up there and have a bit of a go at each other.
I've got two hair pieces. One is called Oscar, because I wore it for the first time on the day of the Oscars. And this one is called, well, it's actually in tribute to your host for this evening. It's called Eddie, which is terrific. My thinking was, he's on everything else, why not my head?
This is the Foxtel table. Now, ladies and gentlemen, hope you don't mind. We're going to serve you the same meal 9 times tonight, you know. See how you like it.
Let's face it, people in television don't tend to take prisoners.
We are guests of the Nine Network and we thank them for that. And personally, I'd like to say it's lovely to see so many of the greats of the Nine executive here tonight. Most of them sitting on the 7 table now, unfortunately.
It's all promotion now, advertising, getting it out there. I mean, in the old days, what we would simply have... I don't know what's wrong with these TV people, biting the hand that feeds them. Shocking behaviour.
I love the sound of Australians patting themselves on the back. I tell you, the noise is deafening here tonight.
At 15, we look back at some of the more colourful TV characters to have graced the Logies stage.
Come on, you two, shock the management, speak.
Is that why they call you tangles? Because you get your swing balls in a knot?
Of all the great characters, 2 foxy morons always steal the show. Kath and Kim.
I think they were born to be on that stage.
The minute they actually walk on, you just start laughing. It's so funny.
Mum, I've just seen Richie from Secret Life of Us. Richie, I'm a hornbag. I can turn you back. Will you sign my G-string later?
All I remember is Kimmy's bum crack.
I think that's when it got its first public airing, actually.
Yeah, no, we're going to be huge.
Well, you already are huge at the moment. How many kilos have you stacked on, Kim?
Bring up my weight at the Logies. You know my weight is the Bain Marie of my life. Well, it's not funny. I'm not doing it anymore.
Excuse me?
I was thinking she is so brave.
I mean, you're a large girl and you're leaving very little to the imagination in that.
You are so 5 minutes ago, Mum. I mean, don't you know, flesh is the new black?
And they think they look gorgeous, and I think that's wonderful.
Kim, watch me bust to move.
I don't, Mum. Oh, it's humiliating. I tell you, I'm loving myself sick here at
Nah, you got to love Kath and Kim at the Logies.
Look at me and you'll know why.
I'm not going the visible G-string. Kim can have it, leave it at that.
Feel so good, feel so right. Maybe it's just the night, but I've got your number.
At 14, music's been a big part of Logies Night over the years, so let's sit back and enjoy some of the musical acts that have rocked the room.
You gotta work your jet lag. You're gonna dance with me tonight. Too much, too soon, but give me room to breathe, darling, darling. Goodbye and I choke. I walk away and I stumble. All I know is I'm lost without you. I'm not gonna lie. Someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
You were all in my original sin.
Some of our TV stars had a go as singers too.
I could shout, 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 shout it all about.
Everybody needs to people I know think that I'm crazy.
And a super group of TV talent included Gary Sweet, Kimberly Davies, and even Darren Hinch. Human Nature's Michael Tierney may have fallen through the stage at rehearsal, but the group's performance didn't fall flat. The fashions might have changed, but Marsha Hines' voice never goes out of style.
Sometimes it's hard to recognize. Love comes as a surprise.
But of all the acts over 47 years, none had the impact. The Gold Logie for the best male performer.
And the winner is Dunley.
At 13, it was a generous and emotional gesture, and one I'll never forget.
I don't take something like this for granted. I don't think it's anything to really, well, it's fun and it's nice, but it's nothing to joke about or make fun of. And I know you'll know that I mean this when I do it. Here, pal, 6 months in your house and 6 months in mine. How's that, all right?
Nothing could be more apparent than the regard I had for him and for what we had.
I reckon that was probably one of the better moments on television, and deservedly so too, because let's face it, Don and Bert were like Abbott and Costello. They were just a great team.
It's the thought that counts, and I thought I could get a lot of fun out of it.
I sincerely want to say to my wife, Patty, 6 months on your side of the bed, 6 months on my side of the bed.
Well,
You're not having her for 6 months in your house, I can tell you that. Is that Carmen? Carmen van Hugenhagen, Hugenhagen. She looks beautiful. Lovely. Don, how about 6 months in your place and 6 months in your house?
But I wasn't the only one to see the funny side of Don's beautiful sentiment.
The wonderful gesture he made on the Logies last year when he said half for him and half for Bert. So I'd like to say that this Logie is going to spend a day or so around at the old Stropper's place this year, whenever it needs a polish.
6 months at his place, 6 months at mine. You know, he never really said where it went next. Coming up next on 20 to 1.
Me. What's up, Doc?
That is the hardest room to work.
A monkey with a dart could do better.
And the audience at home went, ooh.
Everybody drinks.
Where's that whiskey?
And everything you've heard, you've only heard half of it.
That's outrageous, isn't it?
Welcome back to 20 to 1 Great Logies Moments, where we're remembering the highlights of TV's Night of Nights. For those of you who were held up on the red carpet, here's a quick look at our countdown so far. At number 20, big laughs for Little Cox.
Did you really cry?
No.
At 19, the Logies are looking good. At 18, Denton is no one's dummy. At 17, always be prepared. At 16, taking shots at the industry. At 15, some special Logies ladies. At 14, we're getting down and funky. And at number 13, sharing the glory.
6 months in your house and 6 months in mine. How's that, all right?
At number 12, it's been called the toughest job in television, hosting the Logies. Some do it just once. Some never learn their lesson and do it 18 times.
Welcome to the Logies for 1973. As you would realise, once again, I haven't won the gold one because I'm comparing the show once again.
There have been many hosts for the Logies, and we all have our own style.
And we hope the people in the room here will enjoy the impeccable service delivered from Crown. It's sophisticated. There's nowhere you...
42. Your chicken parmesan is ready.
Hosting the Logies is such a big job that last year, for the first time, it took 3 hosts, one from each commercial network. The question is, who got the big dressing room?
Anyway, it is very exciting to have the triple treat for tonight. It does mean, of course, that the jokes will be, unfortunately, 3 times as bad, and the night itself will actually run 3 times as long. So he's hoping to be done in time for the 48th Logies next year.
Hosting the Logies would be the most difficult job in television yet.
Dexter finally came out of the closet this week. It seems that he's fallen in love with one of those big, strong German vacuum cleaners.
You know, your career can rise and fall with one slip of the tongue because there's so many powerful people in the audience.
This is actually the first time I've appeared on Channel 9, and indeed I don't often do commercial television anymore. The reason for this is, and I hope this doesn't sound arrogant, I just feel it's beneath me artistically.
As a comedian, you wouldn't want it. It's just, that is the hardest room to work.
As the very talented Wendy Harmer learned when she hosted in 2002.
Scott Cam, where are you, Scotty? I have a very strong memory. I think last week, I might have seen a glimpse of your assets up the leg of your shorts, come to think of it. Yeah, okay. Well, I think maybe that was just me. Maybe that was just a bit of wishful thinking there.
With Wendy Harmer, my heart completely went out to her.
Well, I mean, what do we pay these TV programmers for? Honestly, you know, a monkey with a dart could do better, you know.
My husband was there sitting with Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. And at one stage, Frankie offered to set the table on fire to cause a diversion. Wish he had.
Best single documentary. Dear Tony, this is the only way I could get in touch with you.
At number 11, some of the biggest names from overseas have helped us celebrate Logies Night over the years.
The very first artist we have to introduce to you.
This card really says, I'm madly in love with you. Will you marry me, Loretta?
It's incredible watching a cricket game. It's also outrageous. It's kind of like watching baseball on Valium.
Look at me.
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 You're going to fit in just fine.
We're as familiar with the international stars on our television screens as we are with our own stars. There's the same element of fascination about them. Why wouldn't we bring out an international star who's known globally for our event? Why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't we want the biggest stars for our event that we can possibly get?
What an honor it is to present the Logie Award tonight. I'm sure it'll make sense when you put in the batteries.
You're an amateur, baby.
Oh, isn't it wonderful? I'm the only one I've never heard of. Look at that. Hey, baby, what's happening?
You know, Sammy Davis was like this miniature god, you know. You want to put him in your pocket and carry him home or something. He's unbelievable.
It's a set. See, it matches the ring. Just wanted to let the people know that I wear all the jewelry and that everybody makes fun of it, but I'm straight.
Me. What's up, Doc?
But it's great. We've been having a wonderful trip here in Australia. You know, I've been around the world, but I wanted to go someplace else.
My favourite, and nobody could believe that he was there, was John Wayne.
I've been in and out of planes so much that, geez, I don't know whether it's day or night. Here. Where's that whiskey?
Wow. John Wayne is actually in our city and on our television. It was just incredible. I loved it.
And something happened just recently. I have a little sports car and it has no top. And I was thrown out into this mud puddle, and I was looking for my contact lenses down on my hands and knees in the mud puddle. And I heard the cop calling the station. He said, "I can't find the driver, but I got his dog."
All I can say is I'm very, very deeply moved.
At our halfway point, it's the greatest accolade in television, the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, all of you, for making this possible.
Since 1984, the industry has honoured the greatest names in TV, in front of the camera and behind it.
Thank you, whoever gave me this. I think thank you, I'm not sure. And these awards are handed out for services to television. And I haven't made any television since 1983. So a more thin-skinned person than myself might assume that you are saying the best service I can perform for Australian television is not to make any.
I must say I was very surprised when they told me that I'd won this award, because only a couple of months ago I was on Where Are They Now?
Of the 22 inductees, only one has been a woman, Ruth Cracknell.
I'm terribly, terribly proud of it. Extremely proud indeed to be the first, and surprised, might I add, the first woman to be invited into the Hall of Fame.
Well, obviously she's the only woman who's ever been in the Australian television industry. That's outrageous, isn't it? Only one woman? Yeah, well, now we've said that publicly, we'd like changes, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Hall of Fame, Don Lane.
I can't tell you how thrilled I am.
I was very proud and very happy to get it. I got to say that. It was amazing, just amazing.
One award was given posthumously to the wonderful Maury Fields. When his widow Val Gillet accepted on his behalf, there wasn't a dry eye in the room.
And I'd like to think that right now, he is somewhere on that stage up in the sky, taking a bow, smiling and proud, and saying to you all, very humbly, thank you. And from me, I miss him.
Good on you, Maury.
I hope you had the time of your life.
It really is an honour being inducted into the Hall of Fame. The idea that I contributed to an industry I love is overwhelming. I think I'm going to cry. Oh no, it's just a contact lens. Looking ahead on 20 to 1 Great Logies Moments.
The winner is...
Who wouldn't want to win one?
And now I've got 3 of these.
What is wrong with the Australian public? Why do I even go?
You're going to question Robin Williams? This is going to pop.
I can tell you, I'm not going to suck the poison out, Tim.
We're gagging ourselves.
Welcome back to 20 to 1, where we're saluting the Logies' magic moments.
It's a rubber.
At number 9, Logies guests learn never to work with animals, or Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
At the 2003 Logies, the crocodile hunter put on a show, and Tim Webster had a front row seat.
And Steve always likes to pull a snake or a crocodile out of his back pocket.
Right, mate. Sorry.
For Steve to fall off the stage was one thing. He obviously hadn't choreographed his thing. And poor old Tim took it like an absolute man. I mean, you would not have known really that he'd been bitten.
Yeah. Just grab hold of it, okay? I just saw it bite Tim Webster on the groin, and I can tell you, I'm not going to suck the poison out, Tim.
It's just going to pop. Tim was going to sort of duck down behind. I was sitting there and say, well, Tim Webster, yeah, the Channel 10 guy, just got bitten by that snake.
Gagging ourselves. He actually got poor old Tim. He bit him right up here, and Tim, to his credit, took it the right way before running off and getting a tetanus injection.
I wasn't far away. I mean, I nearly rushed up and, helped him. Could have saved his life.
You're not going to sue me, are you, mate? Oh, good.
I think Steve got into a little bit of trouble about that.
I don't know what was said later on, but I heard there were paramedics involved.
See, normally we have to wait till the after party for the snakes to be a problem, but anyway.
Yeah, it's a pity it wasn't venomous. No, he's got you, Tim.
At number 8, the Logies audience is a tough crowd, so we pay tribute to the one-liners that won them over.
Welcome all to the 42nd Logies. God, if only they were that long.
Josh, you look great.
Thank you very much. Someone said to me the other day, there are 3 ages in life. Youth, middle age, and gee, you look great.
You've made a career out of barging through other people's back doors. Has anyone ever backdoored you?
Thank you, friends, for that warm, generous, open-hearted reception. Sometimes they stand.
It's a funny word, Logie, isn't it? Don't you think sounds a bit like something you'd find in a Chinese hanky? I don't know why.
Before I came here, I asked about you, and they told me that Bert Newton had all the charm and the talent of a Bob Hope. And now that I've seen you tonight, you are very charming.
Was that for a film? No, it's to cover up the herpes, actually.
It's a great thrill to receive an award like this. Not this one, obviously, but awards like them.
At number 7, Robin Williams' improvisation is a sign of his comic genius and a classic Logies moment.
It's a wonderful thrill and experience to accept this award. I would like to thank very much the big bosses who back us up all the way.
I don't know where he got that from, but he just, that's Robin Williams. What is he going to do? You're going to question Robin Williams?
I would also like to thank the little people. Those people that work on the camera crews and the writers and all the other ones that submit things to us.
He's a great improviser, so he could take in directions like, these things with the crew. And I thought Don handled it pretty well.
I would like to thank Robin Williams, our overseas guest, for showing up.
That was one of the funnier moments of the Logies, and it was quite apparent it hadn't been planned.
It should be some sort of law passed in Parliament. We need Robin Williams for every Logies every year.
I think they broke the mould when they made him. I just think he's an international treasure.
In your own special language, do you want to say hello to everybody?
He's starting your head, nanu, and for those of you on drugs, nanu.
And in 1999, you didn't need sign language, just lip reading to know what Alex Dimitriadis thought of this next award.
Sea Change, the ABC.
That was loud and clear, Alex. Coming up on 20 to 1 Great Logies Moments.
I'm sorry. I think with every Logies there's always at least one highlight.
I like the boy.
And Muhammad Ali went, huh?
You had a beer to drink tonight, have you? Oh, yeah.
Probably a career or two that's gone down the tube.
I think alcohol in the Logies is fantastic.
You did this to me last year,
Welcome back to 20 to 1, counting down the sins and successes of Logies Night. The Logies is a big party, and at number 6 we toast the stars who get a little tired and emotional.
You'll be pleased to know that when it hit the ground, it stayed together. It's really solid.
I think alcohol in the Logies is fantastic.
I hope you are sober tonight, because I saw you in the first night of the box.
You right?
Yeah, I'm cool, man.
Everybody drinks, even people who don't drink.
We've been drinking for a really long time.
So therefore, we would like to re-sing Kenny Rogers and Reba McEntire's song.
But I don't think we're up to it.
Don't fall in love.
Stop.
It all happens at the Logies, and everything you've heard, you've only heard half of it.
Everyone is really quite well behaved during the ceremony. It's the after party where everyone lets their hair down.
We're at Crown Casino and we're having a wonderful time at the Logies.
Who's that?
Gotta go and drink some frothies.
Will you marry me?
I mean, the best I've seen is Sam Newman.
What are you doing?
We've got to do street talk.
Oh, wow. Are we on camera?
We're on now, mate. Go for it.
Could they be any drunker than Sam?
When you come down to Melbourne, we're a bit more sophisticated than this.
He is a complete dribbler.
Look who's talking.
Never drink around people who have the power to make or break your career. That's just me.
You did this to me last year, Sam.
Yeah, probably a career or two has gone down the tube.
Have you had a few to drink tonight, have you?
A few. What would you count as a few?
Half a dozen.
I've had more than a few.
The winner is Bert Newton.
At number 5, it's the highlight of Logies night and what everyone wants. The gold Logie.
I'm sorry.
It's something I will never.
People who have won. Kylie Minogue.
Maybe I'll be back here in a few more years' time. I hope so.
The only time I ever saw somebody who was genuinely surprised, in fact almost fainted, was Jeannie Little.
The winner of the Gold Logie female, Jean Little.
Because not in her wildest dreams, or indeed the dreams of most Australia, did they think that Jeannie Little would actually win the Gold Logie, but she did.
And I honestly don't deserve it. And everything I said before goes. And, pardon me, I think I've got feather balls in my throat,
The winner is Georgie Parker.
That really came out of left field. It was something that I never would have imagined.
Oh, I haven't thought of anything to say. I'm so sorry. They're very deserving. You look at somebody like Rove, he's brilliant. He's brilliant at what he does. So let him enjoy the moment.
Now I've got 3 of these. Man, that's too much.
3 for Rove, but Lisa McCune has 4. Ray Martin 5. And the King, well, his special genius was recognised 6 times.
I will win the gold Steve Bradbury style, where everybody else in front of me falls over and I'm just happy to be there at the end. I'll win it then.
Best new talent in Australia.
Oh, yes. Norman Gunston.
At number 4, Gary McDonald's character Norman Gunston makes Logie history by being the only fictional character to win a Logie.
Mr. Winkley, you haven't actually seen my show, have you? Shame. It was excellent. It's okay, but I haven't seen your show either,
He was one of those characters that you'd run for TV to watch.
I mean, he really is an outstanding character, and as far as I know, quite original. I don't think there's anything else like him anywhere in the world.
Norman's also the only person to win Best New Talent and the Gold Logie in the same year.
All the big producers sucking up to me.
I think Norman Gunston is one of the great Aussie characters of Australian television history, without a doubt.
If you could just slip the head into the noose. This is just, of course, until I actually get it set into a ring, you know.
And of course, later on, he proclaimed to the horror of all the TV Week Logie people that he kept it in the shower as a little shampoo thing. Brilliant.
When you do an excellent program like mine, it's not just, you know, you up there on the screen. There are many other people behind the scenes that you have to carry as well.
After the break, we reveal our top 3 great Logies moments. Welcome back to 20 to 1. Every nominee at an award show says it's an honour just to be nominated. Of course it is. Just ask John Wood.
John Wood.
At number 3, a tribute to John Wood, who has been nominated for the Gold Logie 9 times, and he still has his acceptance speech in his top pocket.
A man who struggles every year. John Wood of Blue Heelers. May a miracle happen to you tonight, John.
If John Wood ever took home a Gold Logie, I think he would have a heart attack from shock.
You're the only bloke nominated for a Gold Logie this year.
Yet again,
Yet
yes.
always the bridesmaid. What is wrong with the Australian public?
Well...
Come on, have a go at him.
Come on.
Because I, for one, would like to see you win the Gold Logie. I think I speak for everybody here. Who would like to see John win the Gold Logie?
He's such a good runner-up, and he's so magnanimous about it.
It would be disappointing to see him actually win it, because he's probably going to be more famous for a bloke that didn't win the Logie. If he gets one, I mean, it's going to spoil it.
I think, in a way, John would be pretty happy with his 9 nominations. I know I would be.
The winner is Lisa McCune.
Lisa McCune. Lisa McCune.
Lisa McCune.
The Gold Logie goes to
Rove McManus.
Rose McManus.
Sure, on the way home, his head's hitting the steering wheel going, why do I even go?
Don't worry, John. One poor bloke was nominated 11 times before he got the gong. Do what I did. 11 years, no win. I eventually slept with the editor of TV Week 5 gold later. With John's 10th nomination for gold this year, we can only wish him luck.
This year might be the year, John. Come on, champ.
Oh, shit.
Ah, yes. At number 2, who could forget a certain American guest presenter and his performance at the 1973 Logies, which started with a badly timed call of nature.
From Mod Squad, Michael Cole. Mike is not with us, eh? No. Well, he's coming soon. In the meantime, a little anecdote which happened to me this afternoon didn't, but I'm going to make it up immediately.
Guess where I came from.
The night didn't get any better when Michael went from his role as presenter to one as winner.
The award now is for the Best American Show, and it's won by Mod Squad. And to accept it, who else but the star... Is he here? The star of the series, Michael Cole. Michael.
However, he wasn't expecting to receive an award, obviously.
They're just saying no. We're going to post it to you. But it is for the Best American Show, Michael.
I think with every Logies there's always at least one highlight.
Oh, bless you people. Really? I'll walk with God.
I really didn't know that this was going to happen, and I
I have an affliction. It's called emotion, and oh shit!
Congratulations, Mike.
But back then, for him to say the SH1T word, my God, it was absolute scandal.
32 years later, Rove created a scandal with another four-letter word.
This is awesome. Thank you very much. Give them something to finish on.
My, how times have changed. And that brings us to our number one, and it's a night I'll never forget, because it could have been my last.
Ladies and gentlemen, Muhammad Ali.
It's one of the most talked about moments in Logies history, when the world's greatest boxer terrified a Logies host.
Got a mark on you.
I told you I was pretty, didn't I?
He is a great showman, Muhammad Ali. And when you put the two of them together, well, you're in for a show.
How do you feel about being so close to Joe over there at the same table? Is that okay?
Joe Budner you're talking about?
That's right.
Well, he and I are real good friends.
I'd like you and me to be real good friends too.
You're not as dumb as you look.
He's actually a very funny guy, Muhammad Ali.
Well, you want to get to the gold? You think you want to get to the gold?
But I have a surprise. This is going to be a surprise tonight.
Well, I think
promise
yes.
you, when you find out who out there wins this, it will be a shock.
I like the boy.
Did you say Roy or boy?
I like the boy. There's nothing wrong with saying that.
At the time, it was so politically incorrect to say what Bert did, but Bert did it, out of sheer innocence.
I was only a kid at the time and didn't realise the racial significance of it, but my father did, and he's going, oh no.
Evidently, the term boy in America back then was just something you didn't say.
I like the boy.
And the audience at home went, ooh, and Muhammad Ali went, and Bert went, oh.
Roy.
Yeah. Hey, hang on. No. Really? Well, I think for the first time for half a second, one of the few times you ever see Bert without something to say, there's this little flicker across his face. He goes, I'm dead. What's wrong with saying that? I like the boy.
Boy,
I mean, I like the man. Yes.
Boy?
And we're facing in the right direction. Whatever you want to do, I don't care. I'm sorry, Muhammad. No, it's okay.
The nice moment people don't remember was that just afterwards, Bert won the gold Logie.
1978 gold Logie winner, Bert Newton.
He's up there with Ali and they're hugging and it all was forgotten, which I think says a lot about Muhammad Ali, the man.
I would say, I love the award and I like your style, but this gift is so cheap, I won't see you for a while. I'm joking. Thank you, Muhammad.
I don't know what all the fuss was about. I could have taken him. Well, that's all for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And don't forget to tune in to Channel 9 this Sunday night for the 48th Annual Logie Awards. As we say goodbye, here's a taste of next week's show. Good night. Next week on 20 to 1, fads and fashions. From the stupidest styles...
It was either intimidating or fantastic.
Very bad look. Sometimes I wonder why girls bother getting dressed at all.
That was outrageous. To the coolest crazes.
Breakdancing.
Yeah.
It's not a game, it's a disease.
We've got flavours of the month.
I'd love to see him come back big time.
Free and unfettered show of emotion. Don't bother knocking if it's rocking.
It was fabulous.
And looks that just won't die.
I had a selection of 6 in my wardrobe.
A hell of a lot of blokes are willing to look.
I find it very sexy.